Say, man, you're in a privileged position right now. You're in a place to be. Matter of fact, a place to G with the one and only S&OOP. So what you gonna do now? Turn that shit up and let it bang.
Everybody that you fight is not your enemy.
Trenches.
And everybody that helps you is not your friend.
Free time. Nico Trenches, we train
And
online
that's what life
line. Getting sacks on quarterbacks, you know we live. When you check that 45, keep your nose on the inside. Better punch something, keep your feet moving, dog. My 3 touch and 1 take, they some real hogs. My DN 6'5", he ain't got no flaws. Good grades, good feet, man, he got it all. I said a crazy he'll snatch something. Real aggressive jump, said he trying to grab something. If the old don't shoot their hands, you better jab some. You better stab some.
I'm here with the winner, Derek Lewis. Derek, why
From
don't
the
you take your
youth to the
pants off?
pros, we get it in.
Balls are hot.
If you ain't watching film, you ain't
I
trying to
understand.
win. If you close the beat gap, then you gotta spin. If you get around the edge, then you gotta bend. I'm in the trenches where the lineman at. I'm in the trenches where the lineman at. I'm in the trenches where the lineman at. Where the lineman at? Where the lineman at? D tackle, do your dance. D ends, do your dance. Center, do your dance. Guard, do your dance. Tackle, do your dance. I'm in the trenches where the lineman at. I'm in the trenches where the lineman at.
Fucking bet against me. Bet against me. Tell me it's not gonna happen. Tell me it's gonna fail. I love it. I love every minute of it.
Welcome, everybody. Bushleague Sports, episode 10. I'm your host, TKB. We are live. We got a special one this week. My host, Trav, he's away. He's doing family stuff. It's American Thanksgiving up in Canada. We don't even know what the hell you guys are doing down there. It's all good. We're here. We're doing another show. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be fun. We got the third NFL game of the week. It's an absolute smoking right now. Complete Bushleague beatdown if we were getting into that tonight. With the San Francisco 49ers up 21-3 early in this game. I'm going to be joined today by my buddy from Bull Rush Football, Rev. He's going to be hanging out with us. There's going to be a few others, hopefully a couple of people from Shredding Sassy, a few buddies from the Bush League team. Hopefully they're going to be popping up yet tonight. We'll see what everybody's got going on. But for now, I can't wait to bring up my man, Rev, see what he's up to tonight. We're going to get into a little bit about his project, what they got happening, and just see what everybody's up to on Thanksgiving, see what he's up to down in Carolina. How are you doing this evening? What's going on? Happy to have you.
What's good, TKB? Just watching the 49ers kind of work out on the Seattle field here. I don't know what happened to the 12th man in Seattle. It's not looking pretty.
No, they're not doing so hot right now. They're getting absolutely they're going to absolutely dominate. McCaffrey dove in for one. He obviously lost his streak there last week. He didn't get in the end zone. I think it ended at 16 or 17. So this could have been 19, but it ain't. But it looks like San Fran's going to kick a 32-yarder here perhaps, and then they nail her. So they're going to go up 3-4.
Well, it's no 28-3. So maybe Seattle has a chance.
For sure. I'm going to fire out an announcement here in the Discord for anybody who's just joining us. We're live here on, I guess, X, YouTube, Facebook. We also got a Twitter space going. So if you join the Twitter space, you'll be able to come up and ask us any questions live, ask us anything about what I got going on with my project, what Rez got going on with Bull Rush. We'll be able to dial you in on that. I'm going to fire out a message in the Discord, let everybody know what's happening. But bunch of people, some people saying, how about them Cowboys in the Discord, Big E, but see what everybody's doing.
Washington looked like a high school team today.
Yeah, they got spanked up. I mean, I was one of those
games today have really been close. I mean, Detroit brought it down to the wire, but was the game really close? None of them were like nail biters throughout.
No, not really, right? Like the Detroit game was, like you say it. They did. I was banking on it. I knew it. I had a feeling too. I'm like, this is the week where Jamar Gibbs and David Montgomery is not going to pit. There's no way that they can just keep getting 20 points for me in fantasy every week. And that proved true this week. They still did good. They both got 10, so I can't really cry about it. But yeah, they didn't get the win like I was hoping. Green Bay showed up, and Jordan Love put on a bit of a show today in that early game. I got dusted.
Maybe the boy can ball. I don't know.
Pardon?
I said maybe the boy can ball. I don't know yet.
Yeah, well, like he shows flashes, right? He's one night he comes out, some nights he's absolutely ripping, the next day he's not, and that's like a lot of the young guys, right? They're kind of on one night, off the other. One of the few that's been pretty consistent so far throughout has been CJ Stroud, and anybody who's fired him or got him or Dell on in fantasy have been just giggling all the way to the bank because they're putting up 30-point nights, and their guys people were drafted probably pretty late, if even at all, in a lot of like just shallow 10 12 man leagues. People probably weren't even drafting those guys. They're picking them up on waivers a few weeks in. I know in our dynasty league and stuff we had them stashed away. But
all right, here's the tough question. Given the current play dynamics and everything, are you playing in non-super flex CJ Stroud or Dak Prescott?
Oh, a non-super flex. So I only got one to start, hey?
Yeah, got one.
That's a tough question right now, because like for me, I got a league or two where like, okay, so Stroud's my guy in Dynasty. I have him, and then I got him in another place or two. I traded him away in a different keeper league because I got a pretty good pick for him. But I started firing up Stroud over Lamar Jackson in my one league because I was like, man, can
you believe we're making this kind of decision with a rookie? This is great.
Right? But like he's been doing it. It's been hard for me to be like, okay, like he's got a bad offense he's up against. I guess I'm firing up CJ Stroud. So him or Prescott, for me, it's like, again, I kind of thought today would be the day. Like I was the person who, just like I kind of expected Jamar Gibbs and Montgomery to not do it again like they have been every week. I kind of thought, just for some reason, even though Dallas, it's Thanksgiving, it's their night, I just thought maybe they wouldn't today.
Yeah, I thought it'd be closer. Division rivals,
But they dominated. So that's tough, man. That's a really good one. If that's one I'm not sure about, because Dak is pretty hot right now.
He's in fuego for sure.
I think it would almost be like, I don't even know though, like, because quarterbacks, I hate going matchups, right? Like, is it as good offense, good defense, bad defense? I just like rolling them. If I like them, I like them. I really don't usually try to pay too much attention to who they're playing up against. I let them roll.
I find out more as I get deeper into it. I'm looking at matchups a lot deeper too.
Nice. Yeah, no, for sure. And I always kind of look a little bit like, say, maybe right now or even maybe at the start of the year, I'm looking, well, maybe not so much. The start of the year, I always say it's a curveball. I usually try to wait like 3-4 weeks before I decide what's really happening in the league every year, because it's always brand new. It's never really reflective of the year before, I've learned over time.
Yes.
But once I get that kind of figured out, then I like to kind of look and see like, okay, who's playing like week 15, 16, 17 that's playing the lame teams, and try to get that edge in playoffs a little bit on guys, right? Where I try to maybe pick up the guy who's playing against the worst defense in the league. Like say Mike Evans is playing there, or over Ayuk's playing the Cowboys and in the couple tough defenses. Well, maybe I'm looking to make a deal where I can end up with the someone like Evans or somewhere people are like, why would you do that? But it's just because of the matchups later in the season. Maybe not Ayuk. He's pretty hot right now. I don't think I'd get rid of him. I don't know if he's got a time tonight yet or what he's done.
I don't know that you can get rid of anybody on the 49ers offense or defense at the moment, depending on the type of league you're in.
Debo's been a little slower this year, the last few games, but he'll come back around.
Yeah, I mean, it's not sustainable 100% of the time, right? They have so many playmakers on both sides that somebody has to get fed. Somebody, goes a little hungrier in each game.
Well, so to see like McCaffrey get 20 points, Ayuk get 20 points, Purdy get a perfect passer. Like and Kittle get 20. Like last game, they had 3 guys that got 20 points. It was pretty impressive to see how they just spread it around and can feed that many miles on a night-to-night basis, right?
Yeah. It's like playing slots with who's going to be left out, right? You don't go wrong starting any of them.
No, that's for sure. That's for sure. I guess one thing I wanted to razz about a little bit. We've never really had a good chance to get into it. Or I guess firstly, what do you got there? What are you drinking? What do you got drinking? Thanksgiving. What do you got in the cup there? What was that?
Yeah, I've got some Código tequila añejo. It's a Código's a decent brand. This is like a private selection, I'm guessing, for my town because it says DC ABC, which ABC for North Carolina, alcohol beverage control. It's about the worst thing invented to alcohol. Basically, the government controls what alcohol we get to receive.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's kind of what's like in Saskatchewan too, right?
Well, you guys have terrible tequila selections up there in Canada in general, anyway. But yeah, I'm drinking an añejo, and it just means it's aged in whiskey barrels up to 2 years. It's delicious sipping stuff. I don't really take shots of tequila, not like my younger years. I certainly did. Now it's more sipping. You can probably see some of the stuff behind me. I've got walls of tequila. I probably have 400 bottles of tequila here.
Nice, attaboy. I like it. I like it. You know what you like, and you got her. You got her out. I love it. I got a little more Canadian. I got I went with a quick one too because as you know, I was at the start of the space just running around the house, so I whipped up. Thanksgiving, I gotta get drinking, but I got a little maple whiskey and some Sprite, just a little something, a little chill.
Maple whiskey, yeah, I guess that makes sense too.
Oh, it's good. It's yummy. It's real. It's kind of like vanilla maple is what it is.
Yeah.
It's good.
Ooh, very sweet then.
Yeah, it definitely is a little sweeter than just a straight whiskey for sure.
Yeah. Oh, and they missed the field goal. That's how far behind I am from you. I'm like,
who missed the field goal?
Seattle did. And now
I didn't even see that play happen. I've been engaged talking to you, so I was talking about the field goal that San Francisco made. So they made.
Yeah. I'm like 30 seconds or so behind you.
I wasn't even watching the Seattle one, but so they just missed. I was talking to you. They missed a field goal right now. Okay.
Yeah. And then a flag came out. It'll be silly personal fouls.
Yeah, they look like they were running off the field anyways. I wonder what the 12 was there they had lit up in the building.
Oh my gosh. Forsyth just picked up and body slammed the dude. Oh my. Look at this. Sorry.
No, that's good. That's good. I wish I could pull it up live. NFL needs to sponsor me and give me the rights to. Oh, buddy got.
Yeah.
They need to sponsor me, give me the rights to throw the game on live in the background. You know, hang out with the boys, chat a little, have a time.
We'll get there.
Yeah, one of these days we'll get there.
We'll get piped right into their headsets. You know, right in the house.
24-3 halftime. Now we know, boys.
Yeah.
And gals.
I'm gonna get my camera to zoom out a bit more.
So yeah, I guess I would love to know a little bit of what you got going on over at Bull Rush there. Maybe there's even maybe I'll take a peek in the background here. Maybe there's a website linked over on your Twitter there. I should have been a little more prepared, but
no, we're easygoing about all of it too. We've launched, right, and we're rewarding, of course, our early adopters, but we're not launched. Like we're not fully functional. We're not functional to where I want to go out and like pay for additional marketing, advertising, and really push for it yet. But we're trying to keep it super simple as well. So with the game of it, we're just using 5 pieces for fantasy football, and it's position based, not player based. And then it also has, in this position format, you have an enforcement of slots. So you are always going to require a quarterback, and then you can have a combination of running back, wide receiver, tight end for the other 4 slots, but they're locked into those places. Like you'll have a running back for slot 1, and that's from a particular team, right? You have a running back that may be slot 2, a tight end that might be slot 1 that you want to use instead of that running back, so on, right? Because the revenue of the business isn't from the sale of these NFTs. The NFTs themselves, or digital collectibles, right, is meant to further progress what we've built, but the revenue is actually in playing the game. We already have some funds coming in to help fund the prize pool, so it has a guaranteed prize pool.
Nice.
And then we are looking to evolve it so we have something to do in the off season, right? Because fantasy football is kind of a dead thing unless you're playing Dynasty, and even Dynasty is really slow in the off season too.
Yeah, just the boys looking at each other, telling each other to go after themselves, throwing greasy trades for like 3-4
You
months.
see some weird trades because people are bored.
Yeah, 100%. I'm always just going like,
You know, like, I just want to trade, dang it. So what we're doing is we're putting it into an RPG game as well, where we're going to have kind of a simulation where these 5-on-5 play each other.
Gotcha.
And some of the foundational metrics that they're going to use to play each other are going to be based upon the previous season's fantasy scores. So how they actually did in the season matter to how they perform in the simulation.
And so basically, you're simulating it. You're basically it's almost like you're playing a video game, but you're just simulating it, almost like simulating a Madden game based off like what characters or what positions you would. And so would you own your positions based off the tokens? I know I've chatted with you a little bit about it before, but for people who are
so those NFTs are going to be one-to-one related to those positions in game. And the nice thing about it, as I mentioned, the revenue not being based on the NFT sales, once you have this, you have that NFT, the same use this year will be next year and the year after and year after, because the business revenue is actually based on the need for that running back in slot 1, right? There's 32 different teams and they all have a running back, so that you have value built in that. And then you have it built in that you need one for slot 1, right? You may need it for slot 2 or whatever. So we built in a lending structure. So the house has some NFTs, very few, because the intent isn't for the house to lend. It's to drive the lending between the players and create some environment of kind of like wheeling and dealing and creating contracts, even though you're creating player contracts, just not with the players. You're doing it for the game with positioning and team.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And so obviously for those who are listening in, who are familiar with NFTs, you basically, just like you would kind of get your best ball team or something like that. In this essence, instead of just drafting that, kind of like say my buddies at Banana Best Ball did with you guys, your each NFT is associated to a position. So you would own like 4 or 5 of the tokens, and you would own those positions year to year and be able to enter the game, play as you would own, like one of your characters might be San Francisco running back is what it would be kind of listed as or whatever. Right.
Right. And that would be associated with a particular slot. So in theory, you could have 4 San Francisco running backs on your team submitted, right? If you have them that match up to that slot. And part of the reason we want to do that is the demand of that slot changes from each year. Imagine where that demand went when it was a Carolina running back, and now it's a San Francisco running back, right? So just the natural progression of what the NFL is putting together allows our game to its methodology to work, right? So then we really get to focus on why are we doing this? Yeah, and that comes down to the charity aspect, right? The ability to not only reward our holders but encourage doing good things. So initially, we matched our prize pool with charity 1-to-1. Right now, that's on pause as we do some more development, but that's again the intent. As soon as we can kick that back in, that's going to be enabled again, and that's going to be the primary focus is how do we exponentially build our impact? And that's what kind of drove us putting Bull Rush together is us as an individual, we can offer time, we can offer money, right? But that's just one of us. How do we encourage others to be doing that too? And how do we do the right thing? And how do we lead by example and make that larger for everybody as well? So that's the premise of why we built Bull Rush. And I would be remiss if I didn't say, of course, we'd all like to make a little bit of money on it too, right? That's
for sure. I mean,
why I'm encouraging people to buy is because we have money coming into it that we get to reward you already. Even though we're not fully functional, we still get to allow you to play fantasy. You still get to pick.
And then like the Bushleague Friends Fantasy League, right? They got all those people in there playing that, and they got a lot of prizes. Trying to help get it off the ground this year. More hoping people will take notice and want to support. And I'm glad to kind of hopefully get the word out about what you're doing a little more, and then dive into a little bit myself, get myself some of the tokens, hop in there, support a little myself. I know, I think I pulled it up. It showed there was 135 tokens in the collection. Is that the right one there? Okay. And so then, and you still mint new ones. So when you mint one, do you get a random position when you mint then? You'll
so right now we are only minting packs of 5. So you'll get 5, and that guarantees you to have a quarterback. That will last until a total of 100 packs have been minted. So when we hit 500, that will stop. Then it will be randomized, where when you mint, it will be a random position. It could be a quarterback. It may not be, right? Because we want to do that. The quarterbacks are going to be the hot commodity. They're the necessity. It kind of falls in line with the game aspect of it too, right? So you're going to need that quarterback piece to submit a team to even play. So.
Yeah, no, that's fair. So then in the first 500, you're basically kind of guaranteed to get one after that.
Yeah.
Maybe not. And you might, so you could end up with, like, say, 2 running backs, 2 receivers, and a tight end instead after.
Oh, easily. Yeah. I mean, in theory, you could get all running backs, right? Above and beyond the quarterback that you're going to get too.
No, that's cool. That's cool. No, I like it. I'll have to get into that and check it out a little bit. I know one of the other ones I've done on the blockchain, you kind of mint, same idea. You pick all your positions. You don't have a token for each one. You go through the draft, you pick your positions, and then you get a card, and that card shows what you've drafted. It won't be useful next year. I assume I'll get like a discount to what they're doing. Really cool to see what you're doing. If you don't mind, I'm going to pull up a Twitter and your thing in the side there, if you don't mind.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, and a lot of it. So you've played with SBS too, right? Spoiled Banana Society, and seen what they're doing, and we're doing a similar methodology behind the scoring. We use our own scoring, but how we're scoring to keep it above board is really pertinent, right? So we don't ever encounter those potential legal battles with the
boys. Reposted the space today. Love to see it. Bull Rush Football reposting the space, #1 live on air. You see their support in full time. Love to see it. I had to give you a little love there. Sorry.
Okay, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
But there's a site. Obviously, you can go check out the vision of your guys' project. Check out a little bit of the tutorial. I assume you'll get a little breakdown of what we just went through right there, and be able to connect the wallet to mint. You guys putting his face on it, so you know we can trust him. I'm gonna have to get in, snag a few myself, because I've been meaning to learn more. Obviously, as you know, it's busy trying to get a project off the ground, right? Like, so I've just been working my bag off trying to do that.
It's a freaking army. Sometimes it's just your left and your right army, but I mean, it takes an army.
Love the vision of the project for sure.
Yeah, our goal was to keep it simple for consumers, but there's a lot of underlying complexities that keep it fair for everybody. And that's what was important for us.
And so then when do these bad boys all going to reveal? How's that work out?
We should know more in early December. So we have our devs working on some additional features for it that I want active before we move to reveal. We can flip the trigger for it at any point. That's already ready. We want to make sure some of the features, such as the slot enforcement and things like that, are in play, and everything is going to function as intended before we flip that switch, because that's when we're going to start really heavily marketing outside of just the Web3, the fantasy football crowd, but just to the random consumer, because that's where our target is, right? Fantasy football people, Web3 people, this is a no-brainer. This is not something we should really need to sell you. It's easy to make money with this. The logic of it is fantasy football at heart. So if that's something you're interested in, to me, that's kind of a no-brainer. For the others, it has to be super simple for them to use, and they have to understand why they even want to use it, whether they have an interest in football or not, or football players, right? So that's where we had to focus on simplifying our product and making it make sense for those that don't necessarily enjoy fantasy football, don't necessarily enjoy Web3. It still has to make sense to them, right?
Yeah.
So that's what the goal is, and that's how we plan to, really expand that impact outside of where we touch every day, right? So when we're talking Web3, when we're talking here, this is the alpha. This is the alpha time, because any Web3 project should know that their client target is the Web2 people, right? Web3 people are still very small in adoption.
something that I've been like, because I see the full potential of tokenization and the ownership and being able to be a part of something where, like, say Bull Rush becomes massive 5-10 years down the road, and you get to just like say right now, something like DraftKings or this or that, like it becomes massive billion-dollar company. You probably don't get anything about it. And there's a chance that, you know, a lot of the time those companies have to go and operate overseas because of regulations and stuff like that. And so something like this is cool to see where, say this takes off and it becomes a giant company and you do something cool with it. You can always reward those token, you know, like we could also be crappy founders and not do that. But I know my intentions and yours would be to like hook the people up who helped you build it from the ground up. Right. And that's a cool thing about the tokens. You can see who was there, who purchased, who helped you get things going right from the giddy up. And that's pretty awesome.
Simpler from a book standpoint to say, okay, you think that what I'm building is going to work for you, right? Whether you sell it at one point, that was, you think what I'm building is going to work for you. Whether you thought I was going to build a mecca or absolutely nothing, you just think it was going to work for you for that time period, and then you sold it, which is cool, right? I get it, and that's fine too. But it also gives us a ledger of who to reward when. You know, when those rewards come around, when we hit those big milestones, it tells us who owned the pieces, how long they owned those pieces, right? And you can still reward people that don't have your piece if you're so inclined to do so. People don't think about that. They don't think about, hey, they invested in me for X amount of time. Maybe I should reward some of them too, just because they don't have all those same pieces now. You know, that's an added kind of beyond the natural progression of what we think as NFTs is we're rewarded through that NFT's value, right? It doesn't have to be that way. It's just what's been adopted so far.
Love it. Love it. No, that's awesome. And I like seeing people innovating with the space. Obviously, I'm a big fan of sports, a big fan of crypto and blockchain. So excited to be able to share a little bit about what you're doing with people and introduce them to it, because for me, I think that's the next evolution of sports, and just of all of it is being able to create products and stuff that people can share and utilize. And so I'm definitely going to dive in a little more, right? And hopefully be able to be part of that next year. And you guys will have to come join some of our, I'll be doing a lot more hockey leagues and a little bit of everything next year, but definitely maybe get a Bull Rush community league in for some of your token holders. I'm going to have it next year so that people who hold one of our Bushleague tokens we'll be able to get into our fantasy leagues. But then I want to set up tournaments where kind of how I have it this year with the different communities, have it so that, like, say the first 12 people that come and connect that have my token and a Bull Rush token, they're into your league, and vice versa for the other communities. And then have that tournament where people are actually a little more engaged than they are this year. And same thing, have a bunch of prizes and stuff on the line. But I'm sure you've noticed little tokens floating around by your head there. But we're going to be, me and my brother, still working on the art we've been working on for our project, which will be kind of giving access to fantasy sports leagues, online fitness, and a bunch of different other stuff. And so these tokens here, everybody who's playing along in our fantasy sports leagues this year, as well as everybody who's showing up on our Tribes Reward leaderboard. So we have just a leaderboard that tracks all our social interactions and gives anytime people are interacting with us on social media, they get fab in their fantasy league, like through the Sleeper app. So it's kind of instantly rewarding people every week for kind of helping grow the project and stuff. And so these tokens were given everybody who has one of them. Once we launch the actual project and all the actual tech and the different machines that you'll be able to get your tokens and your cards and stuff from, these tokens, you'll actually literally in the animation, they'll be going in the vending machine to give you your token. So these will be the only way to get that for free. So we'll be giving these to everybody for free who's been kind of participating along with me the last year or two. And it should be pretty fun. But I definitely want to get kind of back into a little bit of football too. I know the second half just kicked off here. We're going to see Seattle can maybe make it a game. There seems to always be a way to do it. Sometimes football games are either a runaway or the other team somehow comes out in the second half raring and they make it a game. And you never know what we're going to get here. So we'll see pretty early if Seattle can get 10 on the board and give San Fran a little kick in the ass here or not.
I hope so. I mean, I just want it to be a game.
Yep, I'm with you. And anybody too who's popping up, there's a little token up in the top right there. If you scan that that'll pop you right into our Discord. You're able to come into a live stream. You'd be able to come right in here, hop in with me and Rev and hang out. I know there's a few people said they're coming, my buddy Beater and Casoria, Rancho, DK. A few guys said they're coming. I don't know. Maybe they got busy with the fam, which is all good, all love. I thought we were going to have a little round table gathering. I've expected us to have a few. Way she goes. But if anybody literally just scans that, it'll pop you right into my Discord. You'll be able to hop in, hang out, get all the Bush League takes, learn about all we're doing. We're going to get our fitness site launched soon, and it'll be pretty fun to get all that going. But again, I want to thank you, Rev, for joining me tonight. I guess I would have been bantering to nobody because nobody else showed up. So thank you for rolling in. I appreciate it. And so again, for everybody, you're coming in. I'm pretty sure I knew it, but you're coming in out of South Carolina, right? Obviously, you guys. North Carolina. So the Hurricanes, they're Raleigh.
Right up the street.
Is that
15 minutes away.
Raleigh, North Carolina. Okay, awesome. So then, are you a Raleigh fan? Are you a Hurricanes fan? Are you much of a hockey guy?
I mean, yeah, I'll root for them because they're the local team. When I grew up as a young child, I grew up in Northern Ohio, and so I rooted for the Detroit Red Wings.
Ohio, alien friends, let's go.
Yeah. So, I'll root for the Red Wings just by tradition. I'll root for Carolina when they're the local team.
Are you stuck up, or are you actually a Red Wings fan? You're actually a Red Wings fan.
No, I mean, I'm as much of a Red Wings fan as I am a hockey fan.
Okay, I love it. Like, because I mean, Red Wings have been my team since I was a little kid. Obviously, I'm Canadian, but I just fell in love with the Red Wings as a young guy. Hasek played for them. Osgood. They had a lot of really good goalies, and I was a goalie back at that time, and kind of started falling in love with Detroit. They had such a stacked team, and then they won the cup when I was 9 and 10, and then 10, 11. So like, I just became hooked, and I've never looked back. They won the cup again when I was, maybe 21 or something, and almost again a couple times after. And so that's been my squad for a long time. As you can tell, I got all of it here. Hold on, if I go to my settings for a sec, I'm going to swap cameras for the good people. It's going to be a little blurrier, but here we can pull it up. We got all the jerseys. We got the Detroit. We got those ones. We got. Oh, there we go. We can look at that one. And we got, it'll get dark over there unless I can turn this. We got the Hasek. We got a bunch. There's a pool table. Now people know what's going on in the basement. So we got the Hasek, the Osgood, the Zetterberg, the double Shanahan. Both those Shanahans are signed. They're signed by Shanahan the years they won the Cup, 97, 98. So those ones are pretty sweet. They're pretty special to me. And then what do we got? Lindstrom with the 5, 19 is the Yzerman. And I'm honestly having a moment. I forget who's in this one behind me. I don't know how I don't. I'm drawing a blank. It's not Gordie Howe because I got Howe upstairs. I got Fedorov upstairs, and I got one more upstairs. I literally don't know which jersey that is because I ran them forward because like a lot of times you run them backwards, right? I ran them forward because I wanted to run all the different Detroit Red Wings. I have each different style down here. Now they have one or two more because they've had a Winter Classic or two in the last 3 or 4 years. They've invented another new jersey or two that I'll have to get my hands on eventually. Probably have to get a Larkin with the C eventually. My boy Larkin's ripping this year. But Carolina's had a good team for a while. Like Aho, he's been on the fantasy team. He's a keeper for a while. Svechnikov, Tevu Teravainen, the boys are buzzing down in Raleigh.
Yep. Yeah, we have some diehard fans around here about it. It's a lot of fun to be a part of it. I've been to a number of different games. That's always fun. It's good to relate to people on a sports level. So even though it's not like my primary sport, and I joke about it being ice soccer, it's a lot of fun to watch, and it's a lot of fun to socialize with people on it.
Love it. Well, no, I've enjoyed watching them. They got pretty close to winning one not that long ago. Obviously, I know they won one maybe 2004 when who was the attendee? Cam Ward, I want to say it was attendee back in the day. They got a cup back then. They've been close in recent years, but they haven't got all the way. But I want to say they made it to the final a few years ago. Maybe I'm completely out to lunch, but I think they did.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I feel like maybe we should get into my co-host isn't here, but usually we recap last week a little bit. We might skim over that a bit, but we always go over the picks for next week, and maybe me and you should fly through the picks of who's coming next week, and maybe we'll put her on record. Who knows? It'll depend how busy I am as a dad, whether I put her on record on the blog or not. If I have the time, I'll get it up. If not, we'll just shoot into the wind. But at least there's always a record. We can come back. We can cut a clip. We can be like, hey, I called this if we said it. But I got the teams going on, or all the games going on the right there. Obviously, we got the Packers, Lions. For anybody who knows me, I would love to say, yeah, Packers. But people know me. I've been picking Lions all year. So that one, I already took it out. Everybody knows that. Commanders, Cowboys.
Taking the Lions too.
At least we're humble about it. At least we're honest. But I'm sure we both would have taken the Cowboys as well. There's no doubt about that in my mind. There's zero chance I'm taking Commanders over the Cowboys ever this year. Yeah. So pretty easy choice there.
Yeah. I feel like some people would have been on the fence about this game being that it's in Seattle. I think I don't know that I can afford to bet against the 49ers right now.
Yeah, no, I'd have taken the 49ers for sure. Seattle, Geno was hot last year. He's not as good this year. Geno was really ripping, putting on a performance. And this year, they got Lockett. They got Metcalf still. And then they added Jackson Smith and Jiba, who I grabbed as a rookie in my dynasty draft. And just a three-wide set of stud receivers. But not putting it down. They did. I see they got 9 points. So what happened? 9 points. Did they get 2 field goals, or did they get 6 and miss the field goal? Go for 2.
Yeah. Again, you're ahead of me. So maybe they haven't kicked the PAT yet.
No. They're. I guess tell me what happened. I missed it. Tell me what happened.
I'll let you know in about 30 seconds.
We're at 9 something here. I just seen TSN put up a barcode, so I threw mine back up. Scan it. You'll end up in my Discord. Let's go. TSN, you think you're better than me with your barcodes and your fancy little TSN.
Your barcode and raise you a barcode.
I need a tent in the middle of my barcode, a little Tentaruski. That's what I need. But anyways, what I would like is to see. So 49ers, that's the pick there. So let's fire through some of these. I'll ramble it off. I'll maybe make a pick. I'll pass it on, and then we'll see who you got. But tomorrow, in the first ever Black Friday game, 100 mil. What's your thoughts? 100 million for Amazon. What are your thoughts? They're paying 100 mil Black Friday game. We're gonna throw up the loony up top, spin it because Amazon spending it. 100 mil tomorrow. Black Friday, first ever game. Is the NFL an absolute slap for money? They're putting on a Friday game. There's legal. Did you know? I just learned there is a legal, there's a law in place that you can't have NFL football Friday after 6 p.m. and on Saturday. And it's a law that was made to ensure that fans weren't taken away from college football in America. Literally, it's a law, which is an insane thing that it's a law to protect the NCAA, blah blah blah. But did you know that? Because I just learned that today. I honestly just learned.
I want to say I had an idea, but would I have known that off the cuff? No, that's strange.
So if you look at just wait. So if you look at the game tomorrow, I pulled up the wrong side there. But if you look at the game tomorrow 1 p.m. So I think it's at 2. It's actually at 2 p.m. I want to say, which is 3 p.m. Eastern. Am I correct? Is that because you're Eastern time, right?
Yeah, it is playing at 3 tomorrow. Yep.
Yes, 3. So the reason it's at 3 is to be able to be done before 6, which is the cutoff for that law, which is super trippy. But anyways, Amazon's paying 100 mil to be able to have this game, have the broadcast as their thing. And, people are saying they'll probably, just like I was slutting out the barcode, they're probably going to have all kinds of links to their products, different that. They were talking some stats about last time they did some sort of airwave thing like this. They had, I can't remember what it was. Something like 1 million people sign up to Amazon Prime, which equal like 1 million, like, or maybe it was 100,000. Maybe it was 100,000 or something. But like the amount of people that signed up to Amazon Prime, like made up for it. And again, maybe if it was that much, like that makes sense. It's like 300 mil. Well, that would offset the price of paying 100 mil to have this game. But it's a first ever game on a Friday. So we're going to see what goes on Friday. Who's to say? But here it comes, right? First ever Friday game. NFL is going to start slotting it out as much as they can, making that cheddar. But that game's an easy pick for me. That was a long-winded explanation. Normally, there's this alarm.
I think we're all getting the Black Friday deal on that game. I think it's kind of a no-brainer on who the world should pick there.
The Jets beat the Broncos when I went down to Denver. I was down in Denver for the Vayner Sports Pass event. And
Tim Boyle?
I mean, Tim Boyle's better than Wilson, maybe.
Maybe. It's going to be tough to be worse. It's going to be tough to be worse.
Is Tim Boyle better than Dak Wilson? Clip it, Opus. Opus clips.
I can tell you, if I'm held to it and I have to make a decision, I'm still taking Wilson.
That's fair. So I'm going to scout the Discord, see if anybody's joining. I'm going to fire out a message, see what's happening. Seems like the boys are dodging, though. Scared. They're scared of the live feed.
What's the spread on that game tomorrow? I haven't even looked at that. Is it like
bets in
7.5 or something?
If it was 7.5, that's still
that seems low.
Still big chances. I'm sure they might have adjusted it by now to something a little different for after seeing how the first half went wild there. But anyways, so let's fire off these picks. Let's get through these and see who's got who. And maybe we'll give your picks to Trav this week. Trav, Bull Rush is sitting in for you. I've decided I run this whole company. It's just me. He's your picks this week. So you better hope he's dialed in over here and he's got the good picks because he's taking over for you. Whatever his score is what your score is going to be. Here's what happens. A big shout to my buddy Joel Mills over at Bam Bam Fitness. For anybody who doesn't know, he's live online 5 days a week. Some of the best workouts in the game. We're going to be getting his new online website going. Joel is legend, retired boxer, 2 fights at the Playboy Mansion, 2-time Golden Glove. He is an absolute beauty. He's going to have all his workouts online. We're actually going to be giving anybody who gets a Bushleague membership free trials to the online workout anywhere up to a year. So I think that's something that's cool that we're going to be able to offer is some free online workouts to what Joel's doing. He's one of the most jacked MFers in the planet. So anybody can join him, get absolutely dialed in and see what he's getting up to. But aside from that, it just really stoked to be able to do something like that, right? People are going to be able to play fantasy sports, come in, get free online fitness. And it's just something that's going to be really, really fun and able to offer everybody. But what we do is each and every week, me and Trav have a bet. And whoever loses, whoever gets the worst picks has to do push-ups. Sponsored by my buddy, Joel Bam Bam Mills. And we're going to be giving out thousands of online memberships to our NFT project. And maybe that's something we'll be able to chat about, hook some Bull Rush members up with in the future and give them some free online workouts. But we're going to be, same like you were saying, catering it to our Web 2, our normal everyday customers. Joel's been doing this for 20 years. He's already got a lot of customers. We want to make sure this flows easy for them, but then integrating the token stuff and adding that whole fun layer to all of that, right?
The token idea is nothing new, right? Go to a Dave & Buster's, you'll know.
Yeah.
Right. It's just how we're doing it is what's new. And, as long as we bring the appeal, bring the fun, it doesn't matter what web you're on. Just bring the fun.
That's right. Okay, well, let's get rolling into it. We got Dolphins, Jets. We're on the same page there. So we've been on the same page 4 for 4. We haven't varied at all. So nobody's doing any push-ups no matter what, Trace. So we're going to get into Sunday morning obviously a few less games on the slate that day, in the morning slate, with so many happening today on Thursday and one on Friday. But Buccaneers Colts, first game on the slate in Indy. Who do you got there?
Yeah. Well, I just traded away Gardner Minshew for Aaron Rodgers in one of my dynasty leagues, thinking Aaron Rodgers, maybe I can trade him away next year. So what that tells me is Minshew is going to be an absolute monster. I got to take the Colts. I'm going to take them winning. I think Baker's been looking good, but
nice.
I'm a big fan of the players on the Colts D. And I say it like that for a reason. They're not putting it all together, but they have some monsters on that defense.
Hey, sorry, don't mind me. I was looking down. I was just sharing out the space. We're live right now, live stream with Bushleague Media, Bushleague Sports. So I was just sharing it with my account because nobody follows my business accounts. We suck. Nobody cares about us. You know how it is. We're grinding.
Follow all the accounts.
We're grinding from the ground up. So make sure y'all join and hit up Bushleague Media, Bushleague Sports, Bull Rush.
Rome wasn't built in a day.
That's right. Hit up Bull Rush Football, give my boys some love. But I'm gonna go Anthony Richardson. He was looking hot. He ain't there no more. I'm actually gonna give it to the Buccaneers. I think Baker Mayfield, he's still got his boys, he's still got his weapons. Colts. Jonathan Taylor will probably do some good, but Gardner Minshew and the Colts, I think, are going to give one up to Bucks this week. So here we go. Long and buried on one.
All right. So somebody's doing push-ups now.
That's right. Depends. You never know.
Whether it's trap or you, we don't know. We'll find out.
Giants, Patriots. Maybe we'll have to call you in, and if you give the worst bets, you have to do them. You have to patch in and do them.
Yeah.
Giants.
Sorry, I can use it there with you.
Giants. Patriots. Let's get that game.
Toilet bowl. Let's call this the toilet bowl of the week.
It is. It might very well be. There is a couple other dust games like the Panthers and the Titans, who are also not doing that great. But I will give it to you, Giants. We got the Danny DeVito Bowl against Mac Jones and the Panthers. Bill Belichick. How the mighty have fallen. Bill, Tom carried you. Clip it. Tom carried you. Here, just wait. I got to get this in every view. Just wait. Let me put it in bold for a second. Clip it. Bill, Tom carried you all the way. Okay, now we're back. We're back with my host. But anyways, it might have fallen. Patriots are blowing it. They're second. I am not giving it to the Patriots. I don't even like the Giants, but I think they're going to win. Danny DeVito is going to roll. Yeah,
so there's been rumors that Belichick could end up at the Panthers as their head coach here soon. I don't know how I feel about that. But, after seeing what the Giants were able to do to the Commanders. Sorry, I'm old school. Commanders. They got something. I mean, as long as the Giants just keep handing it to Barkley, they'll be fine either way. I can't see them losing that at home. I don't know.
That's fair. No, I'll give it to you. I'm with the Giants. You'll take the Giants. And say, maybe who knows? Maybe Opus will clip this one for us. But I say we go with the Redskins. I say the only reason I took that name away was just to not give credits to the natives. I think that's lame. I think they should have that name. I think it was cool. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. And now they're just trying to erase history. That's all they're doing. They can't fool
people
me.
Want something to complain about, so they picked it. Whatever.
Yeah, lame. Okay. So moving into the other morning game, there's I guess there is a total of 6 morning games. Usually there's about 8, but there's 6 still. But we got Steelers, Bengals. Bengals live. I was reporting live last Thursday as they lost Burrow right after Mark Andrews went down for the Baltimore Eagles. Bengals lose Joe Burrow live on the Bushleague Sports Show. Wrist injury, out for the season. Can the Steelers take down the Bengals with their new leader?
Yeah, I mean, I think now that they've pivoted to Jaylen Warren, they actually have a backfield they can work with now. And the fact that they can run it down and they're dealing with a backup quarterback with the Bengals in Mr. Browning, I just don't see the Bengals. Their hopes were small to begin with because they started off the year wrong, and now they've all but diminished, in my opinion.
I like it. I was in my phone fumbling as I'm supposed to be the sports host, trying to figure out who the backup quarterback was. You got her dialed in, Jake Browning. Thank you. But you might be right. The Steelers might be able to get this one. I've been betting against the Steelers all week. You know what? I'm going to do? I've been betting against the Steelers all the time because Trav.
Don't change now. Don't change now. I'm helping you out, Trav.
No. Trav is a Steelers fan, so I bet against him every week. This week, he's not here, and I actually think the Bengals have got a tough match against him. I think the Steelers are going to win it. Clip it. Trav, if you're listening, clip it. The Steelers are going to win one. Okay, now let's get back to this. I'm going to hop into the X here. Is anybody in our spaces? Anybody trying to talk to us? Rancho, welcome. Come on up. We'd love to have you. Come on in. We're going to invite you up to space. Get into the live stream, though. Don't just come up the gosh dang Twitter space. Get into the actual live stream. We need to get your picks. We'll run it back all the way to the start, and we'll let you get those picks in. You know exactly where the link is. Hit it. Let's go. Join the Bushleague Sports Show. Let's make some shit happen. Okay, now we're going to get put in the adult content because I finally swore. All right, so we're both going Steelers on it, aren't we?
We are.
Panthers, Titans. Will Derrick Henry get buzzing? Will Derrick Henry get buzzing? Panthers suck. I'm going to pray to the Lord, yes, because I told people Derrick Henry was a man. I'd pick him first overall if I needed to in this draft. I considered it. About 6 weeks in, I was like, I would have been smart. 12 weeks in, whew.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just go and hide. But
I think Derrick Henry's my shares of Tajay Spears too. I just have about zero faith in the Titans.
I'm with you. I got Levi's though. Will Levi's. So I drafted Levi's, Richardson, and I keep telling this story. Everybody's watches. They're like, I'm sick of hearing it. But I drafted Levi's, Stroud, and Richardson. I traded Richardson and Levi's away in our dynasty, and I've kept Stroud. That means I'm a genius. But the Titans, they got a future with Levi. He's pretty good. I think he's going to be good. They just got to be this year, but they'll
take some time. Yeah, he's got at least Hopkins to help him out, right? I think I'm in the.
So you're giving it to the Panthers? You're giving it to the Panthers? You're giving the Panthers a win?
My heart says yes, Panthers, and my brain says no, Titans. I'm going with my heart. Carolina.
I love it. I'm
going Bryce. I just bought some Bryce shares too.
I love it. I'm going Titans, but I accidentally said the Texans, so we'll go that game next. Texans, Jags. My brother my hair's not. I'm like pretending like my hair's gonna fall out of like I'm Goldilocks. It didn't happen as planned. I just see my receding hairline. But anyways, we're going with the Jags and the Texans. CJ Stroud, the man I was just speaking of, and Trevor Lawrence, the best hair in the game, second best hair in the world third best hair in the world to me, seconds for Oak. But nonetheless, let's go Jags, Texans. Who you got? Who you picking? Who's your man?
Sunshine. I got sunshine on my shoulders, and it makes me happy. It's got to be the Jags for me. I think they're kind of reeling from last week. This is like a must-win for them. And I just can't believe what Stroud is doing is sustainable. I mean, at some point.
No, it is. He's on my dynasty team. Nope. None of that BS. He's on my dynasty team. The kid's going to roll. I can't see him really. I don't think he's slowing down for 4 to 5 years. He's going to be the hottest thing in the planet. I just can't see it changing anytime soon, and I don't know why anyone would think that would happen.
He's got it. He's got that gift, and he's doing it with some unnamed, I don't want to say bad receivers, but unnamed other than Noah Brown. He's been in the league forever, right? With Nico, he's young, and Tank is young. They're firing off, man. I mean, but to see Noah Brown doing what he's doing and after having been in the league for a long time too, it's something's going on. Something magical's happening there.
Love it for sure. And thank you. And thanks to anybody who's tuned in for joining us in that live Thanksgiving foosball gathering, Thursday night Bushleague Sports. I'm here with my buddy Rev over at Bull Rush Football. We're live on X, YouTube, Facebook. Make sure you guys, I see there's no likes and comments in the bottom of this here. Rancho, get her dipping. We need likes. We need some comments. We need some buzz. We need some buzzing happening. We need all the buttons clicking. We need people being like, hey, you guys are idiots. Say whatever you want. We don't care. You're like, what's going on? All right, let's go for no reason. Right on my own post. So the
It's okay if your opinion's wrong.
Yeah, no, for sure. But get in there. Give us a share. Give us some. Oh, hold on 1 second here. We are live at the Bushleague Sword Show. We got a caller. He's supposed to be live with us on air, but I don't know what he's doing. He might be too drunk to figure out. Not sure what he's up to. Rancho G, how you doing this evening? What's going on? What's happening? You are live on air. Bushleague Sports Show. How you doing tonight?
Doing good, man. Yeah, you're right about it. Couldn't figure out how to get on air. Don't know what that's all about, but
well, all you gotta do is,
dude, I can hit that.
If you just click that link I sent in the sports lounge, all you gotta do is have a camera, whether if you're on a computer or whatever, it'll fire you right into this show, and I'll bring you on air. You'll chat with us. You can be buzzing with the boys.
Yo, buzzing, dude. Dude, we're buzzing here, man. We're buzzing.
The boys are buzzing. No, I love seeing. How's your Thanksgiving been? What have you been doing? You've been watching some foosball. What do you got happening?
Just a couple different family.
1 sec. I'll be right back.
Eating, and then that's about it. Not too much football. A little bit here and there in the background, but locked in now. Kind of a blowout, though. Blowouts all day, really.
Yeah, it's been a tough day watching it. Of course, I'm always going to enjoy it regardless, but the blowouts make it a little less enjoyable. I'm not on the edge of my seat.
I had to run away. I decided to accept a request from my own account on my other phone, and then it just started echoing in the background. We're Bushleague. We do whatever we want in the back. But Rancho, you just click that live. I want to see how piled up you look. You got the background access. You're here, Bushleague. You got the background top secret VIP access. Hop in the live stream. See what the boys are up to. Or are we looking pretty? Has anybody even tuned in? Do we got any viewers on this MF, or is anybody even watching what we're doing?
I don't know.
What's going on? Where's the comments? What's happening? Tell us what you want to hear from us. You guys need to know who to start this week, and I haven't even made one fantasy football call today. We're just buzzing on the whiskey, yapping, drinking tequila, hanging out with my buddy Rev. I say Rev. Let's go. Woo!
Salud. Woo!
Okay, we're back. Anyways, Rancho, you've been following along. You making any picks? Who you got going in Jaguars Texans? We need to know. And how was your Thanksgiving? You piled up? Did you pass out on the phone? You've been eating some turkey? What have you been doing? All right, we're moving on. Our caller is not there. So back to Jags Texans. I'm going to give it to my boy CJ Stroud. He's going to do it for 5 years straight. He's the only guy I will pick against Trevor Lawrence because he's on my dynasty team. I got to have faith in my boy. Hearts over here.
Yeah, it's got to be Jags for me.
I respect it. All right. Saints, Falcons. Who you got in this classic? This is a classic rivalry, the Saints and Falcons. That's a good old school match, a good old school battle. Rancho, he's coming off the mute. What do you got to say before we make this pick? He's gone. He didn't make it. He passed out. He unmute and disappeared. Thank you. We love having you, Rancho. Appreciate you. We got 4 people who care about what we're doing. So appreciate having you. Never mind. He pulled in. Oh, no. He was in. Come on back. Come on back, Rancho. Come on back, Rancho. We had you. I seen you. You were there. I realized as I was yapping, get on back. I seen you. We need you. We had you. You were almost live. Woo! There he is. He's coming back.
Yes.
We got one. What's going to happen to the stage? I don't know what's going to happen when we have to throw it up. This might be.
Yeah.
Woo! Sassy fam. What's happening, brother? How you doing?
Oh, what's up, guys? I
What's
made
up,
it.
man? Happy
Good to see you.
Thanksgiving.
Boys.
We got a little sassy. We got a little bull rush, a little bush league, a little shred sassy. You jackasses are right on our tail in the Friends Fantasy Football League, but you, sir, are not a jackass. Gentlemen, I appreciate you. Thank you for always supporting the Bush League. Stoked to finally face to face with you. How you doing this evening, brother?
Good, man. Good, man. Finally got some time off, relaxing. So Yeah, good to jump in. Say hi.
Nice. No, that's awesome. The game, like you said, it's not really we're not really getting that nail biter we want in prime time. We're getting the bit of a blowout as San Fran just mops the floor with Gino and the boys right now.
Yeah, kind of what everybody expected, I think, but didn't want to admit.
Nice. I was telling Rev they're gonna have to get a bull rush team in the Friends Fantasy League next year. I know, Sassy, you guys. Hopefully we'll have a little more tech over on my end next year. We'll be able to just token integrate it all, and I won't just be begging people to come sign up for everything. But we'll see how she goes. Hopefully it'll be a little funner. We got 12 months to dial in another league for next year.
There we go. Right.
Yeah, man. I think we got some good communities that you can tap into.
For sure. You guys are obviously legends. Are you going to be, before we get wrapping back into football while we're yapping on some sides, are you going to be going down to any events? You thinking about going down to East Denver or any of the events they got planned for Sassy?
Yeah, I'm going to try to hit East Denver, at least the skiing afterwards at Breckenridge, and then Shredfest. Yeah, that's only 2 hours from me. Yeah.
Where are you situated? I see the wood cabin looking vibes with the window frame. Where you're at?
No, I'm in the Central Valley
Okay.
of California. Yeah,
Nice.
So it's like 4 hours away, but not too bad.
I've wanted to come shred Tahoe for like a while. It's been on my list of things to do, and so I'm definitely thinking about coming down for that 420 Tahoe event there and hooking up with the Sassy fam. And
did not know that event was going on. I've got a place to stay in Volcano, which is right there.
Nice.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, it's a nice little hill. It's like a jib hill. Like they got rails and boxes set up. I went last year.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not like the main hill. It's not like
it's just a little tow rope hill.
Oh, is it? Okay. Well, then maybe we'll have to go down and go down for more than just the day, go down to Tahoe for a few days and then go over. How far is it from like, so the hill they're on, I thought it was at Tahoe though at 420, or am I incorrect?
Yeah. It's like just outside of, are you familiar with the area at all?
No, not really. Cause I'm up in Sask. I've just always wanted to come down to like the Tahoe.
Yeah, it's right in there. Yeah. Like you could stay in Tahoe and drive to that place. No problem. 20-30 minutes.
Is it close to the casino?
Sort of. It's like North Shore.
Okay.
So all the casinos are South Shore.
Yeah.
And so like there's a Tahoe like main mountain though, right? With lifts and stuff like this is shredding.
There's multiple resorts in Tahoe, multiple big ones. Like Squaw Valley where the Olympics is one. And then North Star is like 10 minutes away from that. And then you have Heavenly and South Shore, and then Kirkwood's down in South Lake too. Sierra at Tahoe, Mount Rose. There's a ton.
The first two in Sierra,
and they're all their own mountain peaks and stuff too.
Okay, so like I honestly didn't really realize that, right? Because like as a Saskatchewan, like Alberta, BC boy, like we got all our Rocky Mountains, we got the different peaks everywhere, and I honestly thought Tahoe was just like that was Tahoe, right? Like, dude, you got
to come to Tahoe, check it out. It's crazy. Tahoe's it's an amazing place.
No, that's awesome, man. Because like say Banff, like you go to Banff, there's multiple mountains, right? It's not just one. There's a whole bunch. So I didn't know the vibe was the same there. So that's pretty cool. I definitely am more amped to scout it. We'll definitely be linking up hopefully in 5 months. That'll be. But I'm definitely 4 because I'll probably be going down to Denver for East Denver. So anybody who's a big sports fan, come on down. It'll be a good time for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get over to that. I'm going to Denver in January, do a ski trip then.
Nice.
So I'm gonna hit Breckenridge at that time to hopefully get back.
Nice. Well, I don't know if Rev's got to go anytime soon or not, but we're rolling through some picks. We better fly through and finish those. If you want to hop in, Rev. We'll take some of your opinions on them too. But we were just hitting Saints and Falcons, an old time rivalry. I don't know who you boys think will take that this week in the last game of the morning. Like saying there's only 6 because the NFL's selling out. We got Black Friday games. We got 3 games for Turkey Day. Turkey Day is fine, but Black Friday game, come on, give me
Yeah.
You know what? Like, I always am like sad the nights there's no sports, right? Because like Friday there's nothing, Saturday there's UFC, Tuesday there's nothing. And now the NFL's doing it, I'm mad. I'm like, what are you guys doing? I don't want this. I'm just a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, I know. It is nice to have football every day or more days.
Yeah. No.
I'll take it.
You know it's a money grab, but it's a money grab I'm okay with.
That's fair. I respect it. But Falcon Saints, who we got? Who's taking it? Bajan Robinson is the mustard man getting buzzing. Is Kamara taking it home for the boys?
Drew Brees or Matt Ryan? Oh, wait. No.
Hey,
Jeez.
Jameis, man. Jameis. Come on.
Jameis
Keep
and
the
Ritter.
W.
Jameis and Ritter, baby.
Is it in Atlanta? Yeah. Okay. So
I'm surprised they don't have that game going tonight because that's kind of like isn't that kind of like a Thanksgiving classic a little bit?
yeah. I mean, New Orleans playing, yeah. Yeah, it has been lately.
So,
here's my logic.
I will pick
I'm picking the Saints.
Okay, love it. Same time we picked it. No jinxies. Rancho,
No jinxies.
Who are you copying, man?
Oh, I'm Saints, man. Jameis. I'm a believer.
Well, here's my thought process, right? In New Orleans, you're really close to the coast. Now, Atlanta, you're not far, but you are further away from crap. So I got Jameis. Lock it up.
There you go. There you go.
I held Jameis Winston on my dynasty football team. Like he went to the Saints, right? And I'm like, okay, like this is my guy. Like I'm locking up Jameis Winston. He's my dog. And they're like, okay, he's gonna study under Drew Brees for a year. And I just kept beaking the boys. I'm like, you guys are screwed. Like I got Jameis Winston. Like I got the Saints QB. And then he sucked last year. He got injured, if I recall, whatever. I finally, like after 2-3 years, I just gave up. I got rid of him, dropped him. Now he's finally doing something. It's because I dropped him. Everything that happens is because of whatever I do. This guy's I had 3 years he's on my team. Sitting on the bench, I'm just patiently waiting, frothing at the lips. I finally give up. The guy's good.
Yeah, I feel the same. You know how Cooper Kupp's been crappy the last 2 years? Yeah. I've drafted him both those years. I started drafting him, so you know.
It's somehow like the sports are for sure a simulation because somehow everybody who gambles and plays fantasy loses. Like, and the only way that is if they are like, okay, we know what everybody's picks are, and this is the one that screws the most humans. Woo! Press it. Like,
yeah, you're injured.
Week in, week out, I'm wrong. Everybody's wrong. Every time, everyone's wrong.
Freaking Taysom Hill scoring more fantasy points than Derek Carr in the same games.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, it's Derek Carr, though.
Okay, but anyway, that's a wrap-up of the morning game. Rancho, you want to fly through the other games? You want us to give you a shot at a rapid fire of the other games? You get the live Bush League picks in?
The early stuff? Yeah, let's go.
Okay, Jets, Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Easy money. Bucks, Colts.
Ooh, Colts.
Love it. Patriots, Giants.
Giants.
That one I love. I don't know why I said I love the last one because you picked against me, so I hate that one. Steelers, Bengals.
Steelers.
Attaboy. That's the first time I picked the Steelers this week because Trav's not here. Don't tell him.
Yeah, Burrow's out, so.
Panthers, Titans.
Man, let's go Titans.
Attaboy, I like it. And Jags, Texans. CJ Stroud.
Texans.
CJ Stroud. My man, and we're back. We're all rolling. Okay. Rams, Cardinals. First game of Sunday afternoon. Rams, Cardinals, Kyler Murray. Will he keep it rolling? Will Stafford get buzzing? What's going to happen with that game? I got to know. What are we thinking?
Oh, man.
Yeah, I think that'll be a Rams. They seem to come back when they're not supposed to.
Yeah, they're punching at all cylinders again.
Yeah, they got the full team.
Cardinals, back. Even Kyler, he's good, but I don't think he's good.
I think he's like
I don't think Kyler's going to win the game for him. And Marquise or Hollywood, he's good, But again, I don't think he's going to win the game for you. They have a lot of good pieces. They don't have any great pieces.
Okay.
I'm going Rams.
I respect the take. I respect it.
But I'm starting Kyler over Matt Stafford all day, every day.
Yep, fantasy is a different story.
I respect it. Yeah,
Yep.
I respect that hustle. Cooper Kupp has been blowing it. Puka stunned to come out this season, but just been so uncertain lately what to do with them. And now that Kupp's down, maybe we get the Puka show back. We'll see what happens, but they just haven't been really putting up those numbers. But it's always been interesting to see how the Rams could just continually somehow get a receiver that gets 20 points each night. But I'm going to – I'll give it to the Cardinals. I'm going to give it to the Cardinals.
Ooh, you're on cards, huh?
I'm going to go 50-50. This is one of those I cannot decide. It's a straight up 50-50 for me. And the Bushleague rule, which I made up, is that you got to give to the home team. You got to give them that 1 point advantage.
Go home. Yep.
And I'm literally 50-50 on it because I just don't know who's going to win. Other afternoon game, Browns-Broncos.
Oh, that's an easy one.
Yeah, for sure, right? Broncos, obviously the boys.
They are cooking lately.
I got 4 straight. What are you giggling about over there, boy?
Nah, like the Broncos, man. I'm a Raider fan, man. So I can't ever pick the Broncos.
I've been on fire picking them the last 4 weeks. Let's go. I was
They have
not.
been.
Same thing I thought with the Steelers game. The Browns defense is good enough to keep them in that game.
That's the thing, yeah.
No,
That's
like,
that's
the
it, right?
The right pick is the Browns. The Browns have been dusting good teams. They've been playing really good. Kareem Hunt is awesome. I don't know why they ever let
the Broncos, though.
I love the game, but I got to pick my Broncos. I do. They're buzzing, and I would I want to come down to. Oh, just wait. East Denver's in March. Never mind. So that doesnn't help anything because the Super Bowl's in February. I want to see the Broncos make a run, though. Russ Wilson, these MFers spent 3 firsts, 3 seconds, $200 million. All they got is a quarterback and a goddamn coach. Let's get her buzzing. Do something. The boys need to get her moving. Broncos are going to improve to 6-5 with a win over the Browns. Mark it in the calendar. Dorian, same name as my dad. Dust. You don't got a chance against a Broncos defense.
I'm not in with DTR.
My dad's cool, but
man,
screw Dorian.
That was passionate. But I'm still going with the Browns.
I respect it. I do not. And Rev, who'd you rock and roll with? You said the Browns.
Man, I think the Browns, while their defense will keep them in it, I don't think it's going to win it for them. You know, and I'm not feeling DTR. The Broncos are finally putting something together. They're throwing the ball to Sutton instead of Judy. They're looking good. Williams is back and he's running. I got to go with the Broncos, especially at home.
I loved it.
Let him ride.
The captain of this entire Thanksgiving parade, a little alien friend dude with a Broncos jersey. I love to see it. We're 2-1. The Broncos. Look at this cool little dumbass turkey graphic I rolled out of Photoshop today. What's going on? We're buzzing. We're living the absolute dream. Yeah, no, exactly. Me and my child picked that. She was like, I like that turkey. And I was like, that's the logo for my show. Thank you.
Work for me.
Very much. Yeah. We're just wild carding. Again, I appreciate you boys. It's Thanksgiving. I appreciate you guys coming in. Me and Sleep, we got this, like, we got a little thing. I know, like, when I'm supposed to change pictures, and we do this shit all professional. Today, full wing it with the boys. A little sauce, a little whiskey in the system. Love it. Thank you guys. Appreciate you guys joining us. But I know we got a couple more games to pick, so we got to dial those. The fucking Rancho kick you right off the air. You didn't pick the Broncos. Bills, Eagles. Let's go. The boys are.
Ooh, that's another tough one.
That's a game of the week. What are they? I got to watch Ravens Chargers in primetime. You guys are giving me 3 games on 3 games. Oh, I got to go big screen. We go 3 games on Thursday. You give Amazon $100 million Friday, and my Sunday night, I don't get to watch Bills Eagles. I got to watch Ravens and Chargers. This is shenanigans. What are you doing, Goodell? Flex that game. I want Bills Eagles in the evening. Please and thank you. Jesus.
Yeah, that's worse than Bush League right there.
It's absolute pushing. It's just trash. Anyways, I'll accept the Ravens at night. We get to see Lamar. Lamar better just be absolutely buzzing all over the dang place. Don't get me wrong, Herbert's sweet. It'll be a good game. It's not a bad primetime game. I'm not crying about it.
There'll be points.
Bills and Eagles. Actually, you know what, though? They're probably right. Like, I picked the Bills to go all the way, to go the bowl and to win it. They're looking like trash. So I'm probably just super biased. I'm like trying not to look like the worst sports host on earth. Let's go. But the Bills probably aren't actually that good. They kind of suck. I might just have to live with the fact that that's maybe true.
Yeah, they're all over the place. It's hard to put them down.
I mean, the Broncos beat them.
That's saying a lot.
Okay. Eagles are going to roll. Eagles rolled over KC. KC thought, you know what? Maybe we could be on par with the Eagles. You know, they're 8-2. We're 8-1. We're 7-2. We're both going to come out of this game 8-2. Wrong. 7-3. 9-1. The Eagles are rolling, and the Eagles are probably going to keep rolling. And this is the point where the Bills start shedding tears. They're going under 500 because they're 5-5, right? Are they 5-5?
Is it in Philly or is it in?
It's in Philly. Yeah. We got to pull this up on the big one. Yeah. Bills are 6-5. Eagles are 9-1. Eagles are going to 10-1. Their only loss, I called this earlier. Their only loss this year is going to end up being to the dang Jets. But I'll respect it because the Jets did also beat the Broncos. But nonetheless,
Best team in the league by default right there, right?
I'm giving it to the Eagles. Bills are going 5-5. Full panic. We're going to be a 100% panic. And then next week, in the 13th game of the season, after the Bills are 6-6, it's going to snow 6 feet. And the Buffalo Bills are going to play in 6 feet of snow to try to get the 7th win. And if they win, it'll be a miracle in Buffalo, and they will win the Super Bowl. And if this doesn't happen, if exactly what I just said doesn't happen, Bills lose, no chance, and I'm the worst host in the history as a Super Bowl champ. Who you boys got? I'm going Eagles.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think who the Eagles. They're not winning out. They're going to be hosting the 49ers next, which okay, that'll be a good game. Then they're going to Dallas, and I don't know if they can win in Dallas. We'll see with the way Dallas is playing.
Yeah, they can win.
Something about this game just screams that the Bills have to have it.
Okay. I respect
and
it.
I don't know what it is. I don't know why the Bills aren't putting it together. They have all the pieces.
Like, I thought they were an improved team. Like, I felt like they're coming back as the team they were last year and a little better, I thought. So it's been confusing to me that they're sucking so much.
I'm taking the Bills in Philly.
Okay.
In the upset.
Rancho?
I got to go Eagles.
Okay, my man. I love it. You're back. We're back. Okay. We'll keep you on the air.
Tush push, man.
So then the last afternoon game, Chiefs and Raiders. Chiefs coming off the loss to the Eagles last week, playing in Las Vegas. Can Mahomes handle himself? First question. Las Vegas. Will Taylor Swift be in attendance?
I don't think so. She's on her world tour or something.
Ooh, is she on tour now? Okay.
Yeah. She was in like South America.
So basically, oh man. Okay, so like Trav Kel's stats are guaranteed to go down, right? Because he's not getting paid, right? Like
Big time.
Ain't getting laid, right? So when you're not getting laid, your
Don't
stats
be so presumptive.
Yeah, I think,
It
buddy.
is Vegas.
Okay, so no Taylor Swift, clean sweep. We're going 0-3. I was gonna actually say she was gonna be there, but you told me that she's on World Tour, so I'm gonna say she's not.
Yeah. Look it up. Some bad stuff.
Travis Kelce get a touchdown or not?
I think he's angry. I think he plays angry. I think he grabs every ball out of the air out of frustration because Taylor's not there.
Okay, so he's in love. We're going with Travis Kelce is in love.
Puppy love.
Yeah, okay. No, that's fair. I respect that Travis Kelce might be in love and that he's going to play just angrily, hoping she gets back on her world tour. I respect it. Chiefs are going to win. Travis Kelce is doing it for the love of his life.
Nope, I gotta go Raiders on this one. They're gonna take it. Crosby's gonna cause too much havoc back there. Defense is playing solid. They're gonna hold them. Offense is finally gonna come through. They're gonna be able to stop Devontae.
What's the Mahomes' brother name? What's his name?
Oh, the TikTok one.
Yeah, Jackson. Okay, so Jackson Mahomes.
Yeah.
Is he going to like make a TikTok on the Las Vegas Strip?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
He's probably gonna get arrested in Vegas.
I should make these like I should set it up so that like once you own a Bush League token, you can come in and pick like my Bush League pick of the week. And so like my pick, like the Bush League, instead of anything about the actual game, like the picks would be like, will Jackson Mahomes make a TikTok? Yes or no? Will it snow 6 feet in Buffalo? Yes. Things like that, right?
Yeah.
That should be what the picks should be, the Bush League picks of the week. And then people win prizes if they can pick that shit right or not.
Yeah, give you a little edge.
In the meantime, go to that silly little QR code about beautiful ranches. That'll get you in Discord. You can win some other prizes. Maybe even win. Did you win $1 million coins? Was it you or Jacoby?
No, that was Jacoby. He figured out.
What a quick milli coins in the Discord, just absolutely cashing in the other day. You'll love to see it. But anyways, you boys got your picks in.
Man.
Riddles, man. Buddy figured out the riddles.
Play back here.
All right, so then Chiefs, Raiders. Who did you pick, Rev?
For the Chiefs, Raiders, I took the Chiefs because Kelsey's going to be angry, snatching all the balls out of the air.
That's right. You're the reason I picked the Chiefs because you had a very, just a very captivating take, and I respected it. So then in that highlight evening game, Ravens, Chargers. Seattle's got a bit of a game here too, but no, Ayuk, my boy, Ayuk, let's go! Woo! 3 seconds behind, nothing happened, nothing cool even happened, nothing at all happened. Touchdown, Ayuk, let's go! That was a
I'm still on the Elijah Mitchell carry for 3 yards.
We're making it a game, and it is no longer a game. Brandon Ayuk is the greatest player you could ever have as wide receiver in your dynasty league. If you have him on your team, you're the smartest man alive. He's not out like Justin Jefferson. That's all. That's
not out right now.
And when Justin Jefferson comes back, I would still rather have Ayuk because
I'm gonna bet that Ayuk has a big play on this game right here
because I can get him in the 5th round. That's why I'd rather have him.
Oh yeah.
If you're okay, so see, okay,
that was good.
How you know that the whole entire course is a simulation, right? Because you're in America, right? Follow me for a second, people. Okay, follow me, folks. This is captivating stuff. But the world is a simulation. Okay, so my buddy Rev here, he's in America. Football's played in America. The American feed is coming in after Canada. So the Canadians know what's going on in American football before Americans, which means it's a simulation made to make us argue with you guys and tell you the stats so that you get mad and hate us. That's what's happening. The whole earth is a simulation. You found it out first here on Bushleague.
Hell's against us and with us.
We're the first people to ever be live across 17 streams in a Twitter space, and we have just discovered this. We've broke the simulation.
It's over.
Deja vu.
Yeah. Okay. So now everybody knows. I don't even know what I was ranting about. Have another hoot before you go live, kid.
Oh man, this guy. This guy.
Anyways, Ravens, Chargers. I don't even know what I was talking about, but it wasn't this game. Who's this one?
I want so badly for the Chargers to stop being the Chargers. Doesn't matter what city they go to. Doesn't matter what head coach they have. I mean, they're just going to charger their way out of a game. It doesn't matter how good they look.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. The Chargers are the Chargers. You can't say much more than that.
The one bonus we get this year is like Oh, excuse me, just whiskey burps. But the one bonus we get this year, and it's not a bonus because I wish the best of health to every man in the league. But Mike Williams not being there, it saves you that, like, is he getting 2 points? Is he getting 30 points? 230, 232. You just now you know he's getting 0 at least. But like he's the most confusing man in the NFL. Every week I start him 2. Every week I bench him 30.
That's also how I feel about Quentin Johnson there. I know he's a rookie, but he's like he should be producing at that number 1 level, and he's not. Is he even gonna be producing at that level? He should be putting up 5 points at least. Maybe really above 10. He's not doing that. It's like he's non-existent. Keenan Allen, though.
Yeah, he's buzzing. He's been ripping it good. Him and Herbert have been show he never seems to really stop, which is good. At least Herbert's got him as a target week after week.
And Herbert's good.
Yeah,
he's
for
young. Sure. They've got time. They can put it together. They've just been through coaches and coaches that just don't, for whatever reason, don't seem to piece it all together.
Eckler's, is he still ripping hard? I haven't been paying attention to him so much. But
yeah, I mean, he is. Eckler's an awesome dude from what I gather. I haven't spoken to him, but his like charitable contributions and everything always keep me rooting for him, the Eckler Foundation. Here's the thing. Doesn't matter what running back is on that team. They're going to be an RB1 because of the scheme. But Eckler does provide, what they need right now. He's also getting to that point where he's going to start slowing down too. It happens. So I don't know if Joshua Kelly's there to be that next person. But either way, whoever fills that spot's going to be an RB1 just because of the scheme.
Nice. No, I like it. I'm excited to see. I guess it's the Rams, not the Chargers. Kyrie and Williams come back. But,
Kyrie, yeah.
Same colors, different team.
Yeah, I think they were talking about next week.
Yeah. Week 12, I think he rolls back.
Yeah. How about that whole fiasco, right? First with Cam Akers, then Kyrie has it, and he gets hurt.
I paid big money to buy Cam Akers in Dynasty so that I had another running back, and my Lord, did that backfire.
Yeah.
Same
I
as
thought he might get rejuvenated on Minnesota.
I almost bought Dalvin Cook, too. I'm glad I didn't because he ain't done a thing. He's got like 7 yards this year.
Yeah.
I'd be buying if I paid any money for him.
I thought that was going to pan out better.
Me too. I didn't think Breece Hall was going to be their guy. I thought they were going to let Cook do the thing.
But at least the split back, like Breece has done good enough. I thought Cook would have got some work in, but he just no.
I almost wonder if they're like, "Hey, Dalvin, look, with Rodgers out, we're kind of playing for next year. So how about we don't put you out and you tear an ACL?
Kind of shut it down. Yeah,
you're already paid. You're already in contract.
Yeah." Just keep you healthy, work out, stay fresh.
Keep buzzing, keep rolling.
Yeah.
That's what they're thinking in New York with the Jets. Maybe just, they want to keep Wilson fresh, so they're firing out Tim Boyle.
Yeah.
Oh, they're waiting for Rodgers to come back, man. He'll be back 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Man, if he comes back like 8 months before anybody else has had the injury, that'll be hilarious.
It's wild.
Think about what Adrian Peterson did. Nobody was able to replicate it, right? And now Rodgers, and obviously different injury, but
it could be something.
That kind of fluke. It could be, hey, maybe there's different ways we should be looking at the medicine.
Yeah, for sure. No, I'm with it. But you guys got to pick. I'm going Ravens. I'm going my boy Lamar. I don't know who's going to throw to. I don't know who's going to actually, man. But no Mark Andrews. That sucks. He's the backbone of the organization.
Oh. Man.
Yeah. I want so badly for Isaiah Likely to be awesome. And it's just not working.
When he had to play the first game or two of the year, when Andrews was out to start the year, he was on IR. Isaiah Likely, I rolled to him because obviously Mark Andrews in the league. If you're in fantasy and you got Andrews, you probably didn't pick anyone else because he's the guy. You're maybe just a bye week to fill it in. And I put Isaiah Likely in a league or two, and he sucked. It didn't do it. Schultz, Isaiah Likely, better football player than me, but for my fantasy team, bud, you weren't cutting it.
Yeah, I think they have too many weapons. You look Odell, he's starting to produce again too. He's starting to get some clicks with Lamar. Of course, Dayflower's there. Odell's not going to be the Odell, right? But he is starting to make things happen. So I think the Ravens got to have. I want the Chargers. I really want the Chargers, but the Ravens have.
Ravens have it. Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ravens here too.
Love it. 3 clean sweep. Ravens 1, 2, 3. San Francisco, speaking of threes, 31-13. Absolutely dummying Seattle live right now. And boys, we're buzzing. We're rolling in an hour and a half. I think we're gonna wrap her soon. We spent the better part of 40 minutes going through our picks, just absolutely babbling about nonsense. But I love it.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it.
That's the fun part of it, right?
We still got a primetime game though for sure that we need to get through. That being the absolute dust of Bears. Dobbs. Everybody was like, I almost picked against the Broncos last week because I was like, man, Josh Dobbs he's the guy right now. But I stayed true to my boys. Schultz to my guy right here. Look at it. I even got the jersey right here. I should have been wearing it all night. Schultz to my guy. You know him? Russ Wilson.
Let's
ride. Let's go. My boy comes through with another big dub. And again, speaking of which, I'm not wearing that, but Schultz, the local weather sports drink, Russ Wilson, signed jersey. Let's go. Shake it up. They just delivered 45 cases to my buddy Trav's house and another like 35 more. I think they delivered like 80. I basically got like 2 pallets. Schultz, the local weather sports drink, for sending that out. But I stayed true to my Broncos. They got that big win still last week. But can the Vikings do it over the Bears? I think it's easy work for Dobbs this week.
Yeah. At home.
Yeah. The Vikings should be able to roll that one.
Bears.
I think Jefferson's coming back too, so that should help him out.
At least that was the talk of last week. I mean,
even in limited fashion, it'll help him.
So he made the tweet last week about like I don't give a crap if I'm on your fantasy squad, like I'm not coming back till I'm healthy. Obviously, you could tell he's like in no rush to get back. To me, he probably wants to put a little bit of stats on his season. If I am correct, I could be wrong. Like with Kirk Cousins there, I bet you he'd be rushing back. Even with Dobbs, maybe he's trying to get back. But I would think that Jefferson, to me, and I could be completely wrong, I think he sits at 1 more week. If I am correct, the Vikings have a week 13 bye, gives him 2 more weeks to rest up and come back probably full health in week 14. Vikings are in playoff contention, so it might make sense for him to try to take those extra 2 weeks, see if the Vikings can hold on to it, and the Vikings can come back with Justin Jefferson out of the bye, make a good solid push with an absolutely healthy ankle, and roll in for those week 14 to 18. Obviously, we got 18 weeks this year in the NFL with the extra week. We're going to get 17 games instead of 16 for – is this the first year or the second year?
It's the second, at least.
Second? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure how many joints I smoked since they made the rule, so I can't remember. But and that's all alleged. But nonetheless, alleged. I think we got a clean sweep against Vikings. Is that where we're at, fellas? Vikings across the board.
Yep. Rolling
just
agreement.
My Randy Moss Hall of Fame jersey when I was at the Football Expo this past year.
Nice.
So I got that. I wore it to work one day, and somebody, why don't you get a Justin Jefferson jersey? I was like, he's not in the Hall of Fame yet.
Yeah.
Give it a couple more years.
Yeah.
The Vikings have just had a good string of wide receivers that they've been drafting for probably the past 2 decades. You know?
I would almost say 3.
Yeah.
You got to go back to Chris Carter, too.
Yeah, Chris Carter, then Randy Moss. You know,
I saw that stat. It was, I think, Randy Moss when he was a rookie. He had that 3 catches for 160-something yards, 3 touchdowns. Well, 25 years ago.
Let's not forget. Was he drafted there? Obviously, massive player the other year. But no, Diggs. Was Diggs drafted to Vikings?
Yeah.
Obviously, Diggs is an absolute stud as well. That people like kind of forget.
Jefferson and Addison.
They got Jefferson. Let him go.
No, because like Diggs is
good.
And he made that big play.
Crazy.
playoffs a couple years back. But yeah, no, they've been hitting hard. Oh, and so that makes you, again, sometimes you sit there and you wonder, are a lot of these players that good, or are they really just in the perfect scheme to succeed, right? Where it's like,
well, when they go elsewhere and they do what they do, then you know they're that good. Like Randy Moss, like Stephon Diggs.
True.
Know?
Yeah. You know, Diggs has continued.
Some guys are just a little better.
Yeah,
for sure.
But it's tough to find, you know, which ones are good on their own talent and which ones are good in the scheme.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I should put some sort of clickbait title on the Twitter space. How do I edit it? What should we put? What do we put on it?
Oof. It's not my
Brock
fault.
Purdy just a scheme quarterback.
Football is a rug. Does anybody want to listen to that? Let's see if anybody wants to tune into that, boys, or not. But no, thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate it. Probably wrap her up here in a little bit.
Man.
I got a big work day tomorrow. I know you guys might have some Thanksgiving.
Not down here. We don't. We have a whole bunch of money we're supposed to spend tomorrow.
Oh, that's right. Black Friday. I might end up on the VFriends site tonight yet ordering some clothes. I was looking at, they got some deals, but I thought the deals were on everything. They might not be. So who knows? We'll see if they get on the money or not. We'll see if Gary can take on my bucks.
Hold off until I meet Mr. Gary at Art Basel.
Oh, nice. Is he going to be down there?
Yeah.
Nice.
Look at the goon stuff.
Nice. What do they got happening, or fill us in? What do you got happening?
They got some big events. I don't know what all's been announced and what hasn't, so I got to be careful what I say.
Oh,
but yeah, they're throwing a party before Art Basel, so it'll be the week before. I think it's like the Wednesday before or something like that. But that happens in 2 weeks.
Nice.
Yeah, it's coming up.
Yeah, quick round. Yeah, I got the pleasure of meeting Gary a couple weeks ago when I was in Denver, so that was pretty sweet.
All right.
It was nice to finally kind of get to meet
I haven't had the pleasure.
No, it's kind of one of the reasons I got into the space and NFTs and stuff like that. And even probably the reason I'm here doing the show gave me a little motivation to just get chasing the dreams a little bit, right? So again, thank you boys for joining me for a little bit of banter for the evening. I appreciate you guys popping in, and look forward to meeting you guys in person. Now we've got this, that we're one level up now, but at Rancho, hopefully we'll get up at a shred event. We'll go do some laps on the hill, and Rev will have to link up and get some fantasy sports stuff going, get a little more in on Bull Rush, and see what maybe I can do. Maybe we can do together with our projects in the future to
make it work.
Do a little year stuff for my community and vice versa, and go and see what we can get rolling.
It's make magic, man. That's what it's all about, helping each other.
You think there's going to be a big comeback, Seattle, in the Seattle game here?
You got me the points he needed to tonight. Debo got me the points he needed to tonight.
Ooh,
and McCaffrey got me the points he needed to tonight. I just don't have any Kittle shares, so
I got to take a peek here at what I got happening. Jamar Gibbs, Debo with 22. Ayuk only got 13.
Yeah, not as much as we wanted, but you got me the points I needed.
Kittle with 5. Jackson Smith Najiba with 6. Kittle only with 5. I hope we get a couple late minute. Purdy, couple of Kittle. Let's go. We need a few, like 3 darts for 2 yards for no reason.
Purdy's out driving his tractor, man. He's over it.
Yeah, you got that same feed. Purdy's out with his honey, driving the tractor and just chilling. How about throw a couple darts to Kittle instead of chatting in the huddle, buddy? I don't care if you're up by 18 right now.
They're kneeling it out, man. It's over.
Done.
Did you see Buddy the other night with the knee? Finished. He's seen the play on YouTube of the college kid like diving under and catching the ball as the quarterback spiked it. So he tried it the other night. You see that? That was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I heard talks about that.
Yeah. As soon as the quarterback went to spike it, he dove under and like tried to catch
it.
It's a pretty smart move. Like he almost did too.
Got it.
Yeah. I think it's great. Put a counter to the freaking spike. Gotta be ready.
Yeah.
Gotta be on it all the time.
No free plays.
Yeah, no, 100%. I'm with you. It's because like there's people who will fake a spike too, right? So like, The bullshit should go both ways.
Will fail.
Not
Mr.
usually.
Zappy.
100% fairly.
Yeah.
That's a final. Well, boys, we rolled a long one. We rolled an hour 40. I'm stoked to chat with you. I got to remember to end the space this time. Last time I ended the space, me and Trav were talking after. I realized after, I'm like, oh, I'm still live on Twitter space. Good thing we weren't like telling everybody our goals to rug them all or some shit.
Yeah, keep those behind the scenes.
We're revealing the real truth.
Thanks to learn a little bit about what you're doing over at Bull Rush. Obviously, Rancho, our number one competitors at Sassy. Screw you guys. Like, I like you guys, but screw you guys in the football.
Hey, we're coming. We're coming.
You guys are coming hot lately. I don't know if I got the manpower behind me to keep up with it. Like, I'm trying to rally my troops, and they're doing good, but you guys are pushing hard. We had a big lead at the start, and you guys keep closing the gap. And
just chugging away.
Enough weeks left if I can't rally the troops for something big, where you guys might be able to inch something out there. But we got some big prizes too. For everybody who doesn't know, there's going to be NFTs going to everybody in each community. Whatever community they're in, they're going to win an NFT from their community. The extra one is going to the prize pool. The community that finishes first in that Friends Fantasy League is going to win an extra prize pool of NFTs. There's going to be free fitness. There's going to be package for my pals over at my pal Siu with his Bored Ape license, French chocolate. There's going to be a package of chocolates going out to everybody in the winning community. There's going to be some board treats going out to anybody in the winning community who's got a dog. That's another Bored Ape license product. They're going to be shipping that out. We're also going to have probably a case or two of local weather going out. I'm going to ship out myself to some winners, and just a ton of stuff. Those workouts. I mean, a year membership to Joel's online workouts worth $500-600. So we're going to be giving out thousands of dollars in prizes over the next while. So really look forward to this season wrapping up. And again, thank you guys for joining and being a part of the Fantasy League Rancho and ripping around. Rev, really stoked to show off a little bit what you're doing. I'll try to clip it a little bit, get a couple out on socials for you, share what Bull Rush is up to. She's a tough market out there. I don't even know if I'll be able to mint out a free mint, but hopefully we'll get her pushed out and buzzing. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, man. Stoked for it.
Awesome.
It's been a low-key Thanksgiving for me, keeping in our house, not hanging out with a whole bunch of family, just immediate family. So it was good to jump on here and talk some football with some knowledgeable people. Appreciate it.
Yeah, well, no, thank you. I appreciate you guys coming on, and hopefully next Thanksgiving we'll have 100 people tuning in. Well, the three of us are at the round table feasting. But I appreciate you hanging out with us tonight, and we'll do it again next week. We'll tune in. Me and Sleep will be going. We'll have the Twitter space going. You guys can come chat with us again if you want. And I just really appreciate it, boys. So happy Thanksgiving.
Cool.
Show doesn't go on without people like you coming to hang out with my dumb ass. So thank you.
Right on.
Yeah, man. No, it's always fun. Always good to hear from you, dude.
So take care, gentlemen. I appreciate it.
Dude.
Peace.
See ya.
As always, your host, TKB. It's another episode of Bushleague Sports live Thanksgiving. I'd like to thank a couple people coming in from the Friends Fantasy League to hang out with me this week. That was awesome. My guest, Dave, over at Bull Rush, and my pal, Rancho, down at Shredding Sassy. Thank you guys for joining us. As always, football game live Thursday night. We made it all the way to the end of the football game, even though we started early. Big 31-13 victory. San Fran with that big dub. Nice 3 games today. Cowboys victory. And then in the early game, Green Bay upsetting Lions. Normally that wouldn't be an upset, but to me that is an upset. Anyways, I'm your host, TKB. I will catch you next week. We're going to play the beauty outro. I'm going to catch up with my little bro. We're going to be cranking out some art for the Bushleague project. So until next time, I am stoked to do this with you every week. Can't wait to be back. Stay Bushleague.
Say, man, you're in a privileged position, right?
Woo! We played the intro instead of the outro. But we're Bushleague. We're allowed to F things up because it's Bushleague, baby. We don't get it right every time. So without further ado, check out the coins. We'll be minting them free. That's going to give you access to free fantasy football leagues, some free fitness from my buddy Joel over at Bam Bam Fitness, and all kinds of other stuff, including some free web hosting from Growth Media Strategy, my pal Kelsey back home. You're going to be able to check into some of that. If I said free, I didn't mean that. I meant discounted. But there might be some people who get some free stuff. Who knows? We're Bushleague. We got it wrong. We didn't play the outro. We played the intro. So now, enjoy the outro.
From the bottom, ain't no half-stepping. I'm the dog, I made it through so they don't ask questions. Long Beach, and it ain't no half-repping. Once a dog, always a dog, so they don't ask questions. From the bottom, ain't no half-stepping. I'm the dog, I made it through so they don't ask questions. Long Beach, and it ain't no half-repping. Once a dog, always a dog, so they don't ask questions. Tell them never question, dog, I'm sitting ghost status. Eating chicken with my gin, smoking on some cabbage. Used to pedal on this
moment where you skate down the street and some shit for brains yells out of his window. Do a kickflip! Do a kickflip! Do a kickflip!
And house shoes, they know how the dog do. Skinny, heavy pockets, the West OG. Came across the globe, say they don't know me. Been applying pressure from 8 to 24 like Kobe. Mr. Hall of Fame used to bend the corners with strollies. Had to lay the blueprint, they rolled out the carpet. Anything I wanna own, I got my own market. Blew this, blew that, everything beautiful. Still ain't sold my guns and I still ain't had to use them though. Was once a hard head, now I'm counting blessings. I made my own way, still they don't ask questions. From the bottom, ain't no half-stepping. I'm the dog, I made it through so they don't ask questions. Long Beach, and it ain't no half-repping. Once a dog, always a dog, so they don't ask questions.
This is some straight, hey.
This is, oh gosh.
Look how thin the smoke is.
Once a dog, always a dog, so they don't ask questions. I can't name a thing that I didn't half-step. From the streets to movie screens, been getting bags and checks. Get the solid, you won't hit me with no bad rep. Legendary Crippin' made it happen, and that's on the set. Still rolling on gold things, I'm a boss. Go get it, what the fuck you waiting on, man? Let's go.
Blaming on my mom from all the crippin' I see. Blaming on my grip, all the hustling.
Yes, sir.